In September of the year 9 AD, an alliance of Germanic tribes led by Arminius ambushed and devastated 3 Roman legions in what is now known as the Battle of Teutoburg Forest, a profound shock to the Roman Empire. In response, Emperor Augustus dispatched his adopted son Tiberius to seek vengeance against the barbarian alliance. Tiberius not only quelled the rebellion but orchestrated a punitive expedition that ravaged many Germanic villages, showcasing his strategic prowess as a general. After Augustus's death, Tiberius's nephew, Germanicus, continued the Roman retaliation. As the son of the renowned conqueror of Germanic tribes, Drusus, Germanicus extended Roman dominion up to the Elbe River at just 28 years old. He faced off against Arminius multiple times, employing Roman military tactics to counter Germanic guerrilla warfare effectively. The climactic battle of the Ems River saw Germanicus achieve a decisive victory over Arminius, marking a significant triumph for Rome and solidifying its control in the region. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest remains a testament to Roman resilience and strategic acumen under leaders like Germanicus. In another engagement, the Roman forces under Germanicus faced off against Aulus Caecina Severus, who led the Germanic tribes in their familiar tactic of utilizing natural hiding spots such as forests and marshlands. Despite initial challenges similar to those faced by Varus, an experienced officer, Germanicus managed to turn the tide in favor of the Romans, defeating the barbarian army. Arminius managed to evade capture, retreating to winter quarters. Recognizing the impracticality of invading the dark forests of Germany and the challenges posed by the lack of proper roads, Germanicus opted for a strategic maneuver. He transported his army by sea, successfully reaching the heart of Germania without casualties. Subsequently, both armies clashed on the banks of the river Weser. Before the battle, Arminius attempted to sway his brother Flavus, fighting alongside the Romans, to defect to the Germanic tribes. Despite heated discussions, Flavus firmly declined. Arminius then directed his cavalry, including the Batavi tribe from the modern-day Netherlands, against the Romans. Initially, Arminius ordered a retreat, but later maneuvered to isolate and attack the Batavi, only to be rescued by Roman cavalry during the night. In a calculated move, a barbarian fluent in Latin approached the Roman camp on behalf of Arminius, offering rewards to deserters. This incensed the Roman legions, who vowed to claim spoils regardless. A subsequent Germanicus attempt to attack the Roman camp was repelled. The subsequent battle saw Germanicus's forces organized with Gaulish and Germanic auxiliary units in the front lines, archers behind, followed by 4 legions, 2 Praetorian cohorts, and 2 cavalry wings. Facing them, the barbarian army was led by their tribal leaders and hillside allies. The Romans, alert and ready, swiftly transformed their marching order into a battle line. The clash began with a surprise attack from the hills by the Querus. Germanicus's cavalry maneuvered to flank the enemy, aiming to encircle them. Ordering the legions to advance, the Romans dealt a devastating blow. Despite initial resistance, the Germanic forces retreated disorderly, with some attempting to cross the river Weser to escape. Arminius tried to rally his troops in vain. By day's end, the battlefield was strewn with barbarian corpses. In honor of Emperor Tiberius, Germanicus erected a monument listing the defeated tribes. This battle underscored Rome's military supremacy and strategic finesse under leaders like Germanicus. Amidst Roman celebrations, the barbarians halted their retreat and prepared for another assault. Arminius rallied the tribes, seeking advantageous terrain near the river Weser and a forested region with marshes. Here, the Germanic infantry constructed a formidable earth barrier surrounded by a wooden wall. Though there are reports suggesting the fortification was pre-existing, they fortified their position and lured the Romans in. Arminius deployed cavalry into the forest to flank the Romans, but Germanicus, alerted by spies, reorganized his army. He positioned his cavalry in the open field and split his legions, one facing the wall and the other the forest, to avoid surprise attacks. The Roman legions advanced toward the wall, enduring heavy projectile fire. Initially hoping for a swift resolution akin to previous engagements, they encountered strong Germanic defenses, prolonging the battle. Germanicus bolstered morale by joining the front lines, while Arminius, wounded from a previous battle, was absent. As evening approached, unnoticed by the Romans, discomfort loomed over the prospect of nightfall near the marshes, fearing a repeat of Varus's fate. fate in the Teutoburg forest. Quickly, the Romans erected a camp for overnight protection. Details of the ensuing night remain unclear, but a skirmish erupted near the German fortification, possibly due to Roman assaults. Legionnaires, fiercely determined, broke through, intensifying the assault. Faced with relentless Roman vengeance, the Germanic tribes, unable to resist, fled, while Germanicus pursued them into the forest with Praetorian cohorts. The battlefield, littered with natural obstacles, left both Romans and Germans fighting for survival. The subsequent battle proved even more brutal than the first. Initially balanced, it escalated as Teutonic fury raged. However, in such confined space, the Germans couldn't effectively wield their long spears, unlike the Romans, who advanced in a solid formation, shielded and wielding swords with devastating effect. At a critical moment, Germanicus removed his helmet, rallying his men with a declaration aimed at the extinction of rebellious tribes rather than taking prisoners. Although Arminius's army was defeated, the legions continued fighting into the night, resulting in a devastating massacre. Despite their victory, the Romans refrained from pursuing the fleeing tribes due to unfamiliar terrain. The next day, Germanicus praised his legions, erecting a mound of captured weapons inscribed with pride, proclaiming Tiberius's army's subjugation of nations between the Rhine and Elbe as a triumphant vengeance for Rome. Despite a setback with part of the fleet on the way back to Gaul, Germanicus organized another expedition in 17 AD. The Germanic tribes teetered on the brink of defeat, requiring a final blow to end the war. However, Emperor Tiberius recalled his nephew to Rome, deeming further campaigns futile and costly. According to Tacitus, the emperor's jealousy over his nephew's military success may have cost Rome a strategic opportunity to quell instability in the Germanic lands once and for all.